Moin Leute, herzlich willkommen zu einem neuen Video hier auf meinem Kanal. Heute reagieren wir auf Unstable SMP Videos Be Like von Blockade. Lasst da gerne ein Like und ein Abo da. Und dann würde ich sagen, starten wir direkt rein.
My name is Wembu, and on the Stable SMP, I'm currently standing in front of a crowd of...
Ich mache kurz noch die Untertitel an, damit ihr auch schön alles verstehen könnt. Gut.
My name is Wembu, and on the Stable SMP, I'm currently standing in front of a crowd of over 17 players, who all either want to kill me or steal my relevancy, with 0 items in my inventory. But to understand why, we need to go back to 3 minutes ago, when my plot armor broke, literally, and I ended up losing a fight against the second strongest player on the Stable SMP, Fire Fragments. First is myself, obviously. Fire Fragments let me go, but just when I thought it was over, he arrived.
Well, if it isn't the self-proclaimed strongest player on the Stable SMP.
It was Cabbage K, the leader of a group.
Also kurz, falls ihr das nicht verstehen solltet, ihr kennt bestimmt den Unstable SMP, wenn ihr nicht kennt, das ist halt ein gescripteter Minecraft-Server mit einer Story und so. Und das hier ist halt so eine bisschen ironische Interpretation davon.
Player is known as the Crime.
Let's be real here, you're in 0 position to fight me, so I'm gonna kidnap you. Why don't you just make things easy and come with me?
Never! Orbital strike and fire!
Bro, you cannot be serious right now.
And after getting kidnapped by Cabbage K, he brought me to his prison that you'll only ever see the inside of for budgetary reasons.
Alright bro, now drop all your items.
I realized that I wouldn't be able to escape from the prison without any items, so I decided to not drop my netherite sword and to hide it in my inventory instead.
You realize I can hear your dramatic monologues, right?
And after getting locked inside my cell, I immediately began attempting to escape.
Dude, you're not slick. I can see you minding the door. You are not him. Also, you keep saying your plans out loud.
This was bad.
Es ist halt so witzig, wie der das interpretiert, weil es ist halt wirklich gefühlt so.
Cabbage K.
Shut up.
And after sitting in my cell for about 18 hours, one of the guards finally came.
Alright, wakey. Apparently we're supposed to let you out to eat food for like some plot reasons, so follow me. Cafeteria's down that way. Don't try any funny business though, cause we are gonna move you into a solitary cell with one of the fire fragment chipmunks.
Yo bro, what are you in here for?
Hey, stay away from him. He's very deadly.
Sure, what could the Quackula here have possibly done that's worse than the long list of crimes I've committed? Alright, what is on the menu for today? What? 1 beetroot? You gotta be kidding me, come on. How am I supposed to survive on? Oh, come on! Alright, surely one of you two have a plan to get out here, right?
Did I hear someone say something about escaping?
What, were you just waiting in the ceiling for someone to say that?
Alright, I'm gonna give you one more chance. But if I hear one more word from you about escaping, then you will be in big trouble.
What was that guy's problem?
What's up my voluntary inmates? We're kinda running low on resources, so we're gonna put you in the mines. Go over to that guy, he'll give you some gear for mining.
Alright dude, come on. A wooden pickaxe? What am I supposed to do with... And I have mining fatigue! Dude, this cannot possibly be faster than just mining it yourself.
Oh no, it's not. This is just purely for the love of the game.
Alright, time's up, Wembu. You're coming with me. You have something more plot relevant to do.
Nah, I think I'm alright. Bro, there is no way you have a Minecraft empire and the fastest mode of transport you have is a camel.
Alright, sit here and cry in a corner. I'll be back.
And after about 7 hours of waiting, Cabbage K brought me up onto the stage in front of the crowd and gave his monologue.
As for my enemies, I shall have them executed!
Which I'm gonna be honest, I didn't listen to. But while on the way back to the prison later, I finally got a chance to escape. A player had splashed invisibility on me and given me an opportunity to escape. But there was one problem. I had literally nothing. So if I wanted to not get two-shotted by a skeleton and banned from the Stable SMP, I would have to give up quickly. So I got some basic wooden tools, and with only a few minutes of invisibility left, my time was running out. Luckily, I spotted a bait.
Also wenn ihr den Unstable SMP nicht kennt, dann versteht ihr wahrscheinlich nicht, warum das lustig ist, aber wenn ihr es kennt, denke ich, ist schon ziemlich lustig.
In the distance, so I went to investigate. And after sneaking past the players living there, I found exactly what I needed. Some food, some blocks, and the owner's Minecraft account details. But before I could log in and give myself creative mode, he arrived. This was bad. My invisibility was about to run out, and if I couldn't find a way to hide quickly, Cabbage K would find me and send me back to prison.
Wembu, 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 where are you? Dude, you cannot be serious right now.
Well, hello there.
You know, for the strongest player, you're not very intelligent. And back to prison.
Now, just in case you picked up any items after escaping, I have this elaborate machine to see if you have any items in your inventory. Bum! Cakes.
No, that's not good.
Alright, pick up all the cakes.
I did.
I just don't get paid enough for this.
Alright, that went well. What the?
Well, Wembu. You like the trapdoor I got installed?
Not particularly.
Okay, you're not slick, buddy. I know you still have items left in your inventory.
No, I don't.
I can see them in your hand!
Oh, this was bad. I now had no choice but to drop all of my items, because it's not like I could just drop some of them and keep the rest, because that would be plot inconvenient.
Now, as punishment, I'm gonna make every prisoner wear Curse of Binding Armor. You're going straight to solitary. Oh, and yeah, we're also gonna execute you!
No, my relevancy! This was bad. Every second I spend in this prison, I become less and less relevant. Luckily, after a few minutes, an invisible player arrived. What? It was Spoke is not here. He was the least relevant member of the Stable SMP. Spoke? What are you doing here? I'm here to break you out. Wait, really? On one condition. You give me all your orbital strike cannons. And your credit card information. I think that's more than one thing. And your YouTube channel. And $1 million. And snowball chance. What? So, do we have a deal? What? No, that's a terrible deal. Alright, suit yourself. To be honest, I only really came here to be involved in a relevant part of the plot. This is like episode 4, and this is the first time I've spoken. Have fun rotting in prison. And just after Spoke left, another player arrived.
Alright, Wembu, it's time for you to do some PvP practice.
Wouldn't that just help me to escape? And after easily defeating Bubble and Prince Spam in a fight, I got given a Totem of Undying as a prize, as it has no functional use whatsoever and definitely wouldn't help me to escape. And after Prince Spam created a distraction, Bubble and I were able to sneak past the guards and began searching the prison for a way out, and we managed to find the guard storage room that had an ender chest inside, giving me access to max netherite gear, 742 orbital strike cannons, and Cabbage K's credit card information. But for plot convenient reasons, we decided to take one singular invisibility potion instead. But suddenly, Cabbage K arrived, and I needed to hide, and fast.
You know I can see you, right?
Despite my incredible hiding spot, Cabbage K had somehow found me and sent me back to the mines again as punishment. But this time I had a plan. So I spent 8 hours digging a 5-block tunnel to hide from the guards. I then convinced Bubble to join me, so we hid in our tunnel and began to punch each other to break our Curse of Binding Armor. But I was shocked. I realized that 10 hits wouldn't be enough to break our unbreaking 3 mending armor with 158 durability left. And then Cabbage K arrived, so we splashed our only invisibility potion and began to run. Luckily, I had a genius strategy. Every 10 blocks in the tunnel going in a perfectly straight direction, I would block it up. This way, if the guards or Cabbage K came across our tunnel, all they would see is a perfectly straight tunnel that wasn't there 30 seconds ago ending in cobblestone, and would have no idea that there was something behind it. And somehow I managed to escape the prison with just 1 heart remaining. I continue running through the cave to try and escape.
What are you up to?
Oh, nothing. I'm just mining gold like you said, with a wooden pick. You'll never take me alive!
Well, now you're gonna rot in solitary until the day you get executed. Isn't that fun? Now, Wembu, you're going to stay in that cell until everyone forgets about you and I become the most relevant member of the Stable SMP.
No! But just when I was about to give up hope, Spoke is not here returned. And after giving Spoke my credit card information, my YouTube channel password, and the deeds to my house, he agreed to help me escape. Really, dude? Protection 2? Are you that broke? And after gearing up, wait, curse of binding armor. And after gearing up, I began to fight one of the guards. Wait, why am I hitting so? Wait, I still have mining fatigue! Wow, such riveting content. I'm sure I'm doing so much damage. Wait, I'm actually getting low. Need to pull out here quickly. And after easily defeating the guard, I went back and freed all the remaining prisoners who were subscribed to I'm Blockade. And left the rest of them to fight the 47 max gear guards who had just arrived. However, it wasn't over yet. If I didn't fight back against the crime, they would continue to terrorize the server, locking up war criminals and ruining the server for everyone. But if I wanted enough plot relevancy to defeat them, then first maybe I'll have to return to the Minecraft Nearlands. My name is Penguin.
Ganz kurz, was zur Hölle? Also, wenn ihr Unstable SMP nicht kennt, fragt ihr euch jetzt wahrscheinlich, was zum Geier macht der da? Aber es ist schon irgendwie witzig. Ich weiß nicht warum, aber irgendwie schon.
Too, and I'm the self-proclaimed smartest player on the Stable SMP. Recently on the Stable SMP, a group of players known as the Crime have been quickly growing in power. So when the leader of the Crime, a player known as Cabbage K, announced an emergency meeting with the entire server, I knew I had to attend. And after a quick detour to the Nearland civilization to collect my friend Theobald the Nerd, who I'd sold into slavery in episode 2, I was ready to hear what Cabbage had to say.
Citizens, my name is Cabbage K, the leader of the crime and the third most plot-relevant member on the Stable SMP. A few days ago, an entire civilization was nuked to the ground by the two self-proclaimed strongest players of the Stable SMP, Wembu and Fire Fragments. And if we do nothing about it, the server will continue exactly as it was. Acceptable. We need to work together to stop this catastrophe from continuing. And as the leader of the crime, I hereby instate myself as Chancellor of Germany. I mean the Stable SMP. I'm the only one to have brought justice to the server. I even have... Okay, hold on 1 second. I even captured Wembu myself, one of the tyrants who nuked the abandoned civilization. Under my rule, I shall establish order, strength, and security, and free the populace from fear. I will stabilize this rapidly declining system permanently. Of course, for the sake of integrity, you can vote for anyone you want, I guess, but you know, I have 91% of the vote. I'm getting in anyway. Thank you.
After Cabbage K finished his monologue, Theo and I began to head home, until suddenly, they arrived.
Well, if it isn't the self-proclaimed strongest player on the Stable SMP.
This was bad. I had just got ambushed by a group of bandits, and as the smartest player on the Stable SMP, I only wear half diamond armor for some reason, meaning if I wasn't careful, these players could easily kill and ban me from the Stable SMP. What do you guys want?
You see, we are the glow squids, and we're gonna kill you. Less plot relevant characters go after Theobald the Nerd. I can take Penguin.
Theo, meet me back here afterward.
Ah ha ha, you're so bad.
Oh no. That's not good.
Some smartest player on the Stable SMP, you are. Stop running away and let me kill you.
Bro, just give up. You know you're not plot relevant enough to kill me. After all, I am the smartest player on the Stable SMP. Why did I choose to use bundles to store items?
Aha, your armor must be getting pretty low now. And there goes your helmet. What are you doing? Stop running away, let me steal your plot relevancy. You're gonna run out of wind charges eventually.
What about
Lustig, aber auch irgendwie lustig.
this? Bro, just go down there. While I wasn't able to kill the leader of the glow squid, I had managed to escape, and now I just had to hope that Theobald the nerd had managed to survive too. Theo, I'm surprised you're still alive. I thought for sure you'd die without my help, but wait. During the fight, the leader of the glow squids had said something very strange.
Ahaha, you're so bad.
He was clearly challenging my title as the smartest player on the Stable SMP. But before I could begin another monologue, I spotted a mysterious book on the ground that must have been dropped by one of the glow squids during the fight. Inside the book it read, "Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn right." Wait, wrong book. The book read as follows. Why do you think the visible mafia stays visible? Because they're terrified of not being plot relevant. This book was obviously referring to a group of players known as the Visible Mafia, the protectors of the visible civilization, located millions of blocks from spawn. I knew that something plot convenient had to have happened there for one of the glow squids to have a book about them, and since I'm the self-proclaimed smartest player on the Stable SMP, I decided that it was my job to find out. So my friend Theobald the nerd and I headed to the plot convenient ender pearl cannon that we used to travel to the visible civilization without losing viewer attention, and as soon as we arrived I quickly realized that my smartest player on the Stable SMP instincts had been correct. The civilization was being attacked.
Penguin, we need your help. They took my friend.
What? Who did?
The glow squids.
We are the glow squids.
Which way did they go?
They went that way.
Don't worry, character whose name is not plot relevant. I'll save your friend from the glow squid if it's the last thing I do, since I am the smartest.
He knows I can't hear him, right?
Yeah, he's just doing a monologue. It's my responsibility to bring justice and peace to the players of the Stable SMP. So I flew in the direction the glow squids had went, and after flying for some time, I finally caught them.
Stop right there, Penguin X2. If you come one step closer, I'm going to kill Janice the Janice and ban them from the Stable SMP, and I'll have a pretty sip of tea. Oh my god, I'm so...
This was bad. As a member of the Visible Mafia, if this player ever got the invisibility effect, they would be instantly teleported into the void and banned from the Stable SMP. And after some plot convenient fog appeared, I lost them and headed back to tell the players what had happened.
We're so glad to see you. Were you able to save my friend whose name is not plot relevant?
No, they got away.
Oh.
Wait, why did the glow squids even come here in the first place? No offense, but this place isn't very plot relevant.
We used to live here in peace until one day our leader Cabbage K left us to set up a faction known as the Crime in an attempt to become plot relevant. Ever since that day, the glow squids have been coming here, killing players, griefing builds and stealing our plot relevancy. We tried to fight back, but most of us are just background characters and can't put up a fight against them.
As the smartest player on the Stable SMP, I knew I couldn't leave these players to fight the glow squids alone. So I began helping to repair the damages from the glow squid's raid, and started setting up traps across the visible civilization, random holes that the glow squids would conveniently fall into and die. Armor stands that they would mistake for players and waste their invisibility potions on, and of course the ultimate defense, a sign that says, "No thank you, please go away." And not long later, the glow squids return. Theo, they're here. What? How can you tell? They're spamming it in chat. Theo, come on, we need to be quick. Although my traps were working well, I knew that no matter how many of them we killed, they would just keep coming back. And if I wanted to save the visible civilization for good, I'd have to kill and ban the leader of the glow squid from the Stable SMP. stop. If you come one step closer, I'll step on this pressure plate and the entire visible civilization will explode.
I thought you were trying to save it.
Only when it's not convenient. Now, I've defeated you, the leader of the glow squid.
Ah ha ha, you think I'm the leader of the glow squids?
What?
Why do you think we're called the glow squids? Who is the only player in the world who wanted glow squids in Minecraft?
No, it can't be. No! And after saving the visible civilization from the glow squids, they all decided to vote for me in the election as a thank you for saving them, and definitely not because I threatened to kill them. And luckily, I managed to arrive back home just in time for Cabbage K to announce the election results.
Citizens, I am Cabbage K, the most plot-relevant member of the Stable SMP. The results from the first round of elections are in, and a whole 16 candidates received enough votes to qualify. In first place was a humble 9 billion votes is me, Cabbage K. Thank you, I appreciate it. In second place is I'm Blockade. Genuinely, who is this guy? After that, we have Foozer, Green News, Four Seaman, The Connector, Red LA, Second Technology, Walker Wen, Snowball Chan. Wait, isn't he supposed to be in prison or something? And the final candidate was an incredible 3 votes is SP404? Oh, Penguin X2. Wait, didn't he fail to solve a Rubik's Cube? Anyhow, every 2 weeks, 3/7 of the candidates with the least votes will be eliminated, meaning next time it'll drop to, so 16 times 4, and then 64, and then divide that by 7. 9.14 candidates. Whoever has the least votes campaigns as an army. May the first king of the Stable SMP be the one who is always meant to be plot relevant.
Okay. Ja, Pellets Teil war auch nicht schlecht, war ziemlich witzig. Gut, dann machen wir weiter mit Flamefrag.
My name is Firefragment, and on the Stable SMP, I'm currently getting trained by the worst shield PvPer in the entire world, a player known as Blight. But to understand why, we need to go back to 8 seconds ago, when I got exiled from the server by a group of players known as the Crime, whose goal is to wipe out all the criminals on the Stable SMP in order to become plot relevant. Normally I would just kill these players, since if you didn't know, on the Stable SMP, I'm known as the Mortal Demon. But politics low-key scare me, so I got out of there as quick as I could, and began to formulate a plan to defeat the Crime. But I realized that if I wanted enough plot relevancy to defeat them, then my current Mortal Demon skills wouldn't be enough. And first, I'm gonna have to go on a long convoluted training arc with some of the most plot relevant players on the entire Stable SMP, and with mid-roll ads every 3 minutes in order to prove my title as the strongest player on the Stable SMP. And luckily, while searching for some chipmunks to kill, I came across a player known as Blight, the worst shield PvPer in the entire world, who announced that he was going to be training one worthy player to become his teammate. And as soon as I heard this, I knew that that player had to be me. But there was one problem. Everyone on the server hates me for my crimes against humanity, meaning that if Blight found out my identity, he'd probably blackmail me into giving him all my ad revenue. Wait, why does that sound familiar? Most players would give up here, but I'm not most players. And that's when I got the very original idea to go invisible and begin living under a new identity. And since this is something that no Stable SMP member has ever done before, nobody would suspect that it was me in disguise. And when I eventually arrived at Blight's base, there were 3 other players there who wanted to get trained. 2 chipmunks and a player known as Old Will. Who would get trained by Blight would be decided through a series of tests, ending in a 1v1 fight to the death between the 2 remaining candidates.
Alright, so just then look at it, and then left click and hit the other stand. Oh, come on!
And after the first player got eliminated, Blight assigned me to fight against Old Will. This was bad. Old Will is actually able to fight, meaning I'd have to use my Mortal Demon powers to win. Bro, bro, what are you doing?
Okay, after whatever just happened, I guess the only thing left to do is for you two to fight. Whoever wins will become my teammate and get trained by me, Blight, the 3rd worst PvPer in the entire world.
What are you doing? Bro, just fight me. Bro, bro.
I'm high tier 1 in total PvP.
Come on, Cool Kid 91, you almost got him.
No, he does not.
He's gotta be low.
Wie überlebt er das gerade? Kann mir das kurz einer erklären? Egal.
Bro, like, you're not even good, bro. Like, you're just using your stupid Turtle Master and your stupid Cobweb and your stupid shield. This was bad. I was losing. Most players would die here, but I'm not most players. You see, I'm the Mortal Demon. How did you survive that?
Sorry, Cool Kid 91. I think you lost.
No. No. If I can't get trained by you, nobody can. Chipmunk plot armor activate.
Well, I guess I'll be training you then. Who are you anyway?
Oh, my name. I don't have a name.
What?
My name is just numbers.
That is the worst excuse I've heard in my entire life. Alright, so now the first technique. You might not have heard of it. It's called a critical hit. You jump and then you hit while you're falling and it does more damage. Why don't you try? No, you just look at it. Ah, don't worry. It's a pretty high level technique after all. Only about 3 players on the Stable SMP can do it. Now that I've taught you everything I know, we may as well put your training to the test. There's a base a few hundred blocks from here containing a vault storing something that let's just say is very plot relevant. It's guarded by 2 skilled players. Think you can handle that?
Of course, they don't call me the Mortal Demon for nothing. And after traveling over 17 blocks, I arrived at the location Blight had told me about. Well, if it isn't... Huh? I thought we were gonna be fighting someone plot relevant, not some random Invis guy. Wait, where is that music coming from? Oh no, that's not good. Fire fragments? It doesn't matter. We'll still kill you. It's a 2v1. There's no way we can lose. Get him!
Es ist wirklich so.
Bro, like dude, like bro. Bro, like dude, like bro. That was close. They almost killed me. And even though training with Blight had improved my PvP skills, I realized something very important. Every plot relevant member of the Stable SMP has a signature weapon. Wembu has his mace. Penguin has his spyglass. Cabbage K has his dictatorship. And Snowball-chan is Snowball-chan. So in an attempt to become plot relevant and farm more ad revenue, I decided that training with one player wouldn't be enough, and I'd have to journey across the Stable SMP and train with some of the best players in order to become plot relevant enough to defeat the crime. And the next player who I was going to farm ad revenue from was someone I hadn't seen in a long time. This player was rumored to be living deep in a cave on the Stable SMP, and despite literally never being part of the plot, is apparently more plot relevant than Penguin X2 and Theobald the Nerd. This player, of course, is Main Apple, one of the strongest players on the entire server, and a master of shovel PvP. The rumors have been spreading across the server that Main Apple was living in a cave for some reason, so after traveling for 19 hours off camera, I arrived at Main Apple's base. And after snooping around his base for a while, he finally appeared. Well, if it isn't Main Apple. come on, I'm not that plot irrelevant. Bro, like, dude, bro, stop attacking me. This was bad. Main Apple had started attacking me, and I knew that if I couldn't prove my plot relevancy by defeating him, then he would never train me to become a master of shovel PvP. Bro, dude, like, bro, why am I getting like 3 FPS? Bro, stop!
Bro, you are not the main character. What do you want?
I want you to train me.
Train you?
In the great art of shovel PvP.
What? No. Why would I do that?
But it's for the plot.
Alright, fine. It's not like I've got anything more plot relevant to do anyway. So, as you already know, slowness is my specialty, which is why the main weapon I use is the shovel, which does more damage the slower you move. Look, you try.
Okay, so I just like left click and aim in the direction I want to.
Alright, now that I've taught you basically everything I know.
Bro, you've taught me nothing.
Bro, as I was saying, there's nothing more I can teach you. I showed you how to left click, I showed you how to right click. What more could you possibly want?
Fine. If you won't train me anymore, at least help me out with one small favor. I just want you to help me kill the strongest team on the server.
Bro, that is not a small favor. I've got to become more plot relevant somehow. I'll help you hunt down the crime, but I'm not helping you fight them. You're on your own for that.
So Main Apple and I began heading to a nearby village to try and find out information about where the crime's base could be.
Alright, now keep a low profile, don't draw attention to yourself.
Bro, bro, don't worry about it. I never draw attention to myself. Yo, bro. You're gonna tell us where the crime is, or we're gonna kill your entire family. Come on, tell us!
Bro, what are you doing? I said keep a low profile.
This is a low profile, by my standards.
I really can't with you. Look, I'll show you how it's done. Yo, what up, dude? You got a nice base there. So, me and my friend here are just looking for a player called Cabbage K, the leader of the crime. You know him? Anyways, it's actually his, birthday today, and we want to get a gift for him. So, if you could just direct us towards the crime's base, then we'll be on our way.
Fire fragments! I've heard about you. You're the one that goes around killing chipmunks. You're not getting out of here alive. Chipmunks, attack!
Bro, bro. Yo, villager, we just massacred this entire village, and if you don't go and tell the crime what happened here, then we'll kill you and your chunky friends too.
Okay.
Come on, go, hurry up.
Please don't kill me.
And don't come back without the crime.
Bro, why would you want them to bring the crime?
You see, after we fight them, I can use my mortal demon powers to follow them back to their base.
Well. Look who we have here. If it isn't Fire Fragments and Main Apple.
Bro, you are not him.
Dude, shut up.
You know you can't just go and massacre an entire village, right?
Really? And who's gonna stop us?
I am. Take that and that and that. Die.
No, not do that. You really think you, a mere background character, are plot relevant enough to kill a protagonist like me? You fool. You'd need 100 chipmunks to stand a chance against us.
Chungies, attack!
What?
Get him! Get him!
Bro, how have I not hit anyone a single time? Oh, you killed so many people!
How is he still alive? How are they still alive? I have to do everything myself. Come on, how are you guys so bad? You're so bad! Oh my god, you're so bad! Get better.
Aber es ist halt wirklich. Er fightet halt gefühlt nur. Und dann redet er zwischendurch noch ein bisschen und sonst halt eigentlich nichts.
And after barely escaping from the fight with my life, Main Apple abandoned me.
What? I'm not staying anywhere near you. If it wasn't for you, that chickmuck wouldn't have recognized us. That's the difference between us. You kill Chungies for some title, I just do it for plot relevancy.
And after Main Apple abandoned me, I realized I had no choice but to change my ways. By which I mean changing my PvP techniques. See, in the past I claimed to hate the mace whenever it was plot convenient, as it's a dishonorable advantage, unlike my armies of 1,000. But desperate times call for plot relevant measures, so I decided it was finally time to learn mace PvP. And luckily, while out exploring an abandoned base in search of some extra gear, I came across a player known as It's Fake You. Though retired now, in his prime, It's Fake You was ranked the worst Minecraft player in the entire world, so I knew he was the only player qualified to train me. But first, It's decided to test my skills in the 4 main kits: sword, carrot, shovel, and mace, to ensure I had potential before training me. He agreed that if I could beat him one time, then he would train me to become a combat beginner. This was bad. I actually suck at Minecraft, and if I couldn't prove my skills to It's Fake You, then he wouldn't agree to train me, and I'd never be able to gain enough plot relevancy to defeat the crime. And after losing to It's Fake You in sword PvP, we moved on to our second duel, carrot PvP. And despite my best efforts, the shovel PvP duel didn't go much better either. Now it was time for the final duel, Mace PvP. If I couldn't prove to It's Fake You that I was worthy of being trained by him, then me defeating the crime would be out of the question. This was bad. I was losing the fight, and I now had no choice but to use a secret strategy I've been keeping for a moment like this, or die trying.
Finally. I was starting to think you were a chunky. Now, let's head inside. I'll give you your scores. Yeah, low-key, you suck at everything, but I'm gonna train you in Mace for pretty much no reason other than looking good in the thumbnail.
And after learning more PvP techniques that I'll never use again after this video, It's Fake You shared his greatest piece of advice.
All the combat beginners on the Stable SMP share one strategy in common. It's called the regen. The regen isn't a technique. It's a state of mind. And if you can get there, then you can't get distracted giving monologue and become immune to Chungy's trash talk. But the only way you'll reach the regen is to meditate.
Bro, bro, I have never meditated a day in my life. So, at what point do you try and kill me here?
Bro, you don't get it. I'm not going to try and... Well, I guess it's time for you to see what you've learned.
Alright, I can do this. I just need to remember the techniques.
Okay, this is not what I meant.
Also irgendwie ist es total dumm, aber es ist auch richtig witzig.
Though the fight was going well, I had a big problem. My armor was getting low, and if I wasn't able to kill the remaining players, I would risk getting banned from the Stable SMP. And with just a few players remaining, the crime retreated.
Crime! Retreat! Run away! Ah!
And I returned to tell It's Fake You the news, but instead of congratulating me on the win as I expected, he instead instructed me to give him my mace. This was very suspicious, but the fact remained, It's Fake You was my only hope at becoming a combat master, so I had no choice but to trust him. And then suddenly, It's Fake You put my mace in his ender chest, and now in an attempt to artificially inflate the stakes of the video, he would only give it back to me if I could beat him in a fight. This was bad. Not only was It's Fake You the former worst Minecraft player in the world, but the mace he had taken from me used to belong to my friend Comedy. And if I couldn't get it back, nothing relevant would happen since Comedy already doesn't like me. and after fighting him for some time, I began to run low on gear, but luckily using a complicated technique, I was able to buy myself some time to search the area for any resources I could use to fight him. And luckily, just around the corner, there was a convenient decorated pot, and inside was 4 arrows of levitation. But there was one problem: I didn't have a bow, meaning the arrows were useless, except for the fact that there was another convenient pot around the corner containing a bow. This was good. This was my chance to defeat its fake you, as arrows of levitation are one of the only counters to Mace PvP, but I would have to be careful, because with only 4 arrows to my name, I could make no mistakes. Its fake you had used fly hacks to dodge the arrows, and now I only had 1 arrow remaining. If I missed here, I would... And now I only had 1 arrow left. This was my chance to defeat its fake you and get my mace back. And luckily I was able to defeat it with my final arrow, so he gave me my mace back and sent me on my way. But after completing my training with its fake you, I came to a shocking realization. I had only stretched this training arc on for 47 videos, meaning I hadn't gained enough plot relevancy or ad revenue to defeat the crime. But luckily, that's when I realized something. If plot relevancy was what I needed, who better to ask than the most plot relevant player on the entire Stable SMP, Snowball-chan. Rumours had been spreading across the server that Snowball-chan had escaped the end dimension and was now on the run from the crime. Training with him would be my only hope of gaining the plot relevancy needed to defeat the crime once and for all, and after another few hundred hours of travelling, I arrived at Snowball-chan's castle.
Junge, das ist doch nicht dein Ernst, oder? Es ist so dumm. Aber... Bro, es ist halt auch witzig. Ich weiß es nicht. Irgendwie...
Well, 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 fire fragments. I've been expecting you. I knew you'd end up coming here. Everyone does eventually. So, what is it this time? Let me guess. You want to become plot relevant without putting in any actual work? You see, plot relevancy is not something that is given. It is something that is obtained. When it is your time to become plot relevant, you will know.
Why are you just saying inspirational quotes?
We get paid in plot relevancy. Unpaid stable SMP builder. Wait, how did that get there? I almost died.
Bro, like dude, can you not just give me some of your plot relevancy?
I can't just make you plot relevant. You must prove that yourself. You could start by killing the 30 players who just appeared for plot convenient reasons.
What? Okay, is this really necessary? Can I not just go on another 7 training arcs? This was bad. I was outnumbered 30-1. Meaning that if I wasn't careful to keep my armor durability up, I could easily get quick dropped and banned from the Stable SMP. But more importantly, I made sure not to go more than 5 seconds without popping someone's totem in order to retain your attention. How many totems do you guys have? Why would the crime give them 10 totems and like protection 1 armor?
sieht man es auch. Flamefacts Videos, kein Hate an Flamefacts, aber die sind zwischendurch schon ziemlich langweilig, weil er halt einfach nur am Fighten ist und sonst nichts macht. Was ist das für ein Sound da im Hintergrund?
At this point in the fight, I already knew that winning alone would be impossible. With my armor almost broken and my resources quickly running out, I knew I couldn't defeat the remaining players alone. So I headed back to ask Snowball-chan for advice.
Warum sind da so komische Geräusche im Hintergrund? Was ist das?
Snowball-chan, I can't win this alone. What should I do?
Imagine, it's your finals week. You log onto the server and something mildly inconvenient happens. What do you say?
Snowball-chan, dangle them over a pit of molten water.
No, please, I have so much to live for.
Please don't kill me. I'm just a chungy. Please.
Okay, das war's mit dem Video. Ich hoffe, euch hat die Reaction gefallen. Wenn ihr mehr Reactions sehen wollt, dann lasst mich das gerne in den Kommentaren wissen. Und damit würde ich sagen, war's das für heute und